Zoom, zoom, like a race car flight, but it ain't a car, it's a super fast tortoise, going the speed of light, breaking all the
Even in space, a group of tortoises is called a creep. Welcome to Super Fast Tortoise.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Friends and trends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with Super Fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow. Good vibes from head to toe.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Super Fast Tortoise morning coffee show.
All right, everybody. I got to run and close my wife's door before I wake her up. I'm going to let Emily take over the show for a second. Hold on.
Hey, everybody. I was muted there. Anyway, it's going to be a great show today. Let's show other people, though, because I ain't the only one here.
Hey,
Alrighty. We got the TheoneRAYman. Good morning. How you doing today?
good morning. I am doing fine. I am still not at Mr. B's Game Lounge. There's some things going on over there, so I'm probably going to be here all week, but I'll be here in voice, but unfortunately not in front of our beautiful mural.
Unfortunately.
And how are you doing today, Lone Wolf?
Oh, I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good, trying to stay warm here. Is everybody staying?
Good.
That's a good question. Is everybody staying warm?
Warm adjacent.
Same here. Let's turn this show on over here to Super Fast Tortoise.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the morning coffee show. Thank you, Hillbilly, for taking up that torch and carrying it. We got so sidetracked by conversation in the background. Time has invaded me. I forgot to do my morning stuff and whatnot. But hey, let's hear it. We have MTG Hillbilly.
Dag, blaggit.
Yeah, we got MTG Hillbilly here. Woo-woo! That's right. Also, with that, we are carrying the torch with Time to Rock. We got the TheoneRAYman. Yeah.
Woohoo!
Woo-woo! Who's all excited and everything. And on top
I am
of
excited.
that's right. On top of that, we got the one, the only Lone Wolf.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Anyway, how are you doing today, Tortoise?
Doing pretty good. Doing chill. Having fun. Really quick. Hello, Ron. What should he draw? He should draw a dragon. Then, hey, you to me, white to me. Hi. Hello. Welcome to the show. So, we're just having a good time. Like I said, we were having a blast talking about things. We were talking about a subject I'm not really invested into myself, but the subject was down memory lane, so we got sucked into talking about WrestleMania and wrestling and all.
There was a magic reason. There was a magic reason. We did not just randomly start talking about pro wrestling. It was connected to magic.
It is.
Right, but for that though, you'll have to tune into tomorrow's show for the topic tomorrow we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's when Rayman's going to bring out the big gun to start body slamming some facts.
If you smell what the Rayman is cooking.
That's right. But anyways, but yeah, today is just kind of a chat and chill day, but there is a topic today. what we want more of in Commander, but we'll get to that topic when we get to the question of the day, because the question of the day is kind of started off.
Cool.
But other than that, I hope everybody is staying warm. Everybody's safe. Hope you got your power. Hope hope all the servicemen out there who live in your cities who help out are doing a good job. Hope you guys are supporting them in the best way you can. And hey, drink some coffee. I hope you got some coffee or your favorite libation with you.
I got me some Sprite.
Invisible Sprite.
Yeah, buddy. Visible is the best kind.
I heard it's light on your belly.
Yeah, that's why I drink it.
All right. Well, bad news. We found out the buffet closed around Hillbilly. He's gonna be starving for a bit.
Well, there's a story about that. I found this buffet, this last buffet we have here in this town, this big city of mine. So I went there yesterday. And as soon as I walked in the door and I sat down, I got me about 5-6 plates. Had the whole table full. And I had to have a booth by myself because, the wife couldn't sit with me because I had to have the table to myself. But anyway, after I got done eating that, I went back for about 5 more plates, and they said, "No, you're being kicked out of here."
No doubt.
And then after they kicked me out, they closed. I guess I ate all their food.
5-6 plates and they close. Woo.
Yeah.
Now the question is: are they closed forever, or are they closed just because the weather is horrible?
Well, they're closed because I ran them out of business for eating all their food.
Yeah, well, Hillbilly's not telling you. It's not the first time he went to that buffet.
No, sure ain't.
That's funny. Hey, so a lot going on in the world. Magic. One thing I want to talk about is one thing I've been playing around with Hearthall, the Magic, the Commander deck. I've been enjoying learning that deck. I actually got to win a game last time we played.
I watched that game.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I was like, you can tell I was very new at the deck, but I'm loving the deck not because it's a different deck and I've played against it. I love the deck because it's a different type of playing Magic. And it's like it's definitely playing with your resources, and you don't get a lot of that in the colors I normally play with. They don't say sacrifice your lands and do things or something like that.
Hearthall is effectively a combo deck.
Mm-hmm.
It just has a lot of different combos that you can win with. It doesn't just have a combo to win with. It has several different ways that you could win. I am curious because I was watching the game, but I didn't get to talk to you guys after because the game lasted so long.
Mm-hmm.
What did you have out that let you put the 1/1 counters on it for every land that got destroyed? Because that is an interesting card. I had not seen that one.
It came in the pre-con.
I probably should have looked at that before I ripped it apart.
Mm.
Because I literally opened the box and started pulling cards out of it because I knew what was inside of it. And I'm like, I want this and this and this and this. What else? Anything else did?
Yeah, it was a great pre-con straight out of the box.
Absolutely.
That's one thing that I've noticed Wizards is doing nowadays is they're not making tier bracket 2 decks. It is more because your pre-cons are becoming bracket 3s automatically from the cards that are actually putting into the decks nowadays.
So with precons, you can have game changers in them and them not be bracket 3.
Right.
And I think the land base of most precons, Hearthall is probably the only deck I've seen that right out of the box, I would say could probably hold its own at some lower end bracket 3 tables because it's such a good deck. It's really resilient. Quite powerful.
All right, so the card that did the counter thing is
Oh, it's this one. Okay.
Yeah, Death Priest. Whenever a player sacrifices another permanent, put a +1 counter on each creature you control.
Ooh.
So when I played the Destroyer spell that made everybody sacrifice all their lands, then dealt 6 damage to all creatures.
Yep, Planetary Annihilation.
Yep. That's what filled the major counter and got Hearthrall to a winning tidbit.
Yeah, when he was just in 1 tap range.
Yeah, because Hearthrall's toughness is 7, so he barely survived the little board wipe.
Right.
That was crazy.
I don't want to give Wizards more credit than they deserve, but it's because Planetary Annihilation, I'm almost certain, is a new card. Like I'm almost certain that card is new to that deck. That could have been actually on purpose, right? Like they knew that their commander in that deck was going to be a 6/7, whatever, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. But the Planetary Annihilation wouldn't kill it.
Right.
Like I said, I don't want to give them more credit than they deserve, but that could be intentional.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Probably was. But sorry, I just ate some Skittles.
I just can't. I'm curious how much stronger that they're going to make these decks that they keep coming out with.
I think
what reprints are going to put in them.
So I think that we've seen a couple since then, right? Like we have the new Jund one and the new Elementals one. Those decks are not as powerful as Hearthhold, not even in the same class. They're just not as strong. The land base in the Elemental one is just so bad that you do multiple turns of doing literally nothing because all your lands are just tapped. You don't have enough mana to cast anything. And the Jund one is pretty good. I would say it's easily as powerful as the strongest of the Bloomborough commanders, but it's not as powerful as the Final Fantasy ones. It's not as powerful as Hearthhold.
Well, what I think is happening is because we're being stuck with this power creep and these mass printings we're having. I think to keep up with the power level and to sell more commander decks, that they're purposely power creeping the commander decks to sell, so people want to buy them and try something different.
I mean, but power level doesn't necessarily sell commander decks, right? Because if you look at the Lost Caverns of Ixalan commander decks, those are the ones that have the dinosaurs, the vampires, the pirates. Those decks are all very powerful. Like that Merfolk deck is easily as powerful as Hearthhold, right?
Well, more powerful.
But those decks are still just sitting around in a lot of places. Like I could go right now and buy any of the Lost Caverns of Ixalan commander decks from 2 or 3 different stores in my area. So I don't necessarily think that power sells commander decks as much as they do other cards. Now they absolutely sell booster packs, right? High powerful cards will sell singles like crazy.
Right.
But as far as commander decks go, I think people are just more interested in color combinations that they like. I know multiple people who, if they see a deck that has a color combination that they like, they'll just buy it because they're like, oh, my buddy Hunter, if there's a Bant commander deck, he's buying it. It doesn't matter what's in it. It's Bant and he's buying it. He loves Bant. And I know some other people who are like that way with Izzet and others. So I don't think necessarily power sells a lot of commander decks. I think coming up with good color identities that people like and commanders that do fun things, those absolutely push commander decks out the door.
Well, I slightly disagree. But I say slightly because there's some merit to what you're saying. But I normally wouldn't play Jund. But
did you buy Hearthhold because it was powerful, or did you buy Hearthhold because you wanted a lands deck and you thought it would be a good base for it?
That.
Right. So power wasn't why you bought it, right? It was you wanted a lands deck and you thought, hey, this is a lands precon, so I can buy this precon and expand upon out. And it just so happened to be very, very powerful.
Oh, yeah. And in the Wayback Machine, I want to go to the future and see what the 5-color version of that deck is going to be.
It won't be as powerful as the Jund version, unfortunately.
Michael, super backer. Good morning. Almost 2 feet of snow in Boston. Hope you all stay safe. You are in the path. Yeah. Hope you're staying safe too. You know, if you only have 2 feet of snow, you can build a snowman. That's good.
Yep.
Stay safe. Hope the streets are safe, and hope your drive to work is safe.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not
A
gonna
lot of places are closed around here.
Mhm.
I know the city schools usually does not close, but they're actually closed today.
Mhm. Well, my friends, it is time to get to that specific time of the day. You know what kind of time of day it is? You could say yes, you could say no.
I know.
You
Time
know,
to dance.
it's time to go to the
Card of the day.
whoa, card of the day brought to us by TCGdude. He really wanted to show us silence. I
I love
kill
this
you.
card.
No. Silence. More of a modern card, probably more of a aggro control deck build kind of card. Silence says your opponents can't cast spells this turn, so it's basically a 1 mana time walk.
I absolutely use this in Commander.
Mm-hmm.
If you think your opponent is going to win the game and they can't do it at the instant speed, you cast this during their upkeep and you just say, "Okay, your turn's over. Go to the next turn."
Well, it does not stop the combat step.
No, it doesn't.
Mhm.
But this card is incredibly good. You can also use it to bait counter spells.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to combo off yourself, you can use this to, like, okay, I'm gonna cast
Mhm.
silence now, and if you don't have a counter spell for this, then I'm going to take the rest of my turn unabated.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty much a time walk, though. Like stopping your opponents from playing spells, like skipping their turn almost.
It's not quite as good as Orm's Chant, but this card is very powerful. Like
Yeah.
use at the right time, this card is incredibly, incredibly powerful.
TCGdudes. Snowmen don't have feet, though. Funny. But yeah, Silence is a good card. I used to play it in Standard when it was in M14. It's been a long time since I said those words. It was
About
like
12 years.
it's been a while. That's all I can say. You know, M14 came out in 2014.
Right, so 12 years.
But yeah, it's such a good card. It used to be like a $5-6 card. I don't know where it's sitting at now.
About the same.
Mm.
It's about the same.
But it's still powerful. It's pretty much a counterspell for all your opponent's spells that turn.
Yep.
It's insane. Insane. You know, insane in the membrane. Insane. Got no brain. But yeah, Silence is still good. But with that, my friends, we're going to move over to the picture of the day. Picture of the day. Brought to you. It says TMT and MTG is going to be complete fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's as many cards as they've released already.
All right. Michael Superbacker says, nice card. I'm going to try to pick it up. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Silence is good. I just put one in the deck yesterday.
Whoa.
Excuse me. Actually,
Well, I like this picture. It came up. It was the first prompt I made, and I'm like, did they even put a turtle in the magic card? You know how awesome that was? Tried it again.
I was on that.
He was on that?
I said, I was on that.
Oh, yeah. It was hella cool. And they made the card look more like a magic card than normal.
Yep.
it does.
I can't read the name of the card.
It is the format of a card.
That's AI gibberish. Man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I like it. I love it. Hope you guys love the turtle set coming out too. I'm excited.
It's looking good so far.
So we need to find 4 people who are all buying the pre-con,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of us play a different turtle and play it on stream.
All right.
Dibs on Raph.
I get dibs on Leo.
Dibs on Raph. That's all I care about.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Sounds fun. That was the picture of the day. And with that, my friends, we got to get to a segment of the day called the question of the day. Presented by Discord. We have the question of the day. Question of the day is brought to you by yours truly, and we'll kick off the topic of today. Let's listen to what the topic question is. Super Fast Tortoise here with the question of the day. The question of the day is, what would you want to see more of? Commanders with more different, unique abilities, or commanders that fit themes and archetypes that already exist? Let's go. Not saying you want to both. Just saying, which one would you prefer at the moment?
So I feel like we're already getting the archetypes one pretty well. Like if you look at all of the Marvel Secret Lair commanders, right? And a lot of times Secret Lair are unique abilities. Because they're not a lot, especially the Marvel ones. These were not just reskins of previous cards. These were brand new cards with unique abilities, but they all fit a existing theme very well, right? Black Panther was all about lands, and Iron Man's about artifacts, and Cap's about equipment, and blah, 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 so forth. So I feel like we're already getting a lot of commanders that are doing typal stuff. Give me something that does something new. I want to look at a card and say, I have never seen a commander that does this. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be good. I just want to look at a card and say, huh, that's new.
Crazy. That is new. That's a unique thought. One thing I've noticed, out of the 30 plus years Magic's been around, they've pretty much covered a lot of stuff.
Oh boy, have they ever.
And not only that, people have made the joke, it's pretty much kicker to a lot of abilities.
Everything's kicker.
Everything's kicker or some ability. Like everything's looting if you're looting.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I would love a really good looting commander. Apparently, the Green Goblin is one of them.
The Green Goblin is a phenomenal looting commander.
I'd like to see more of that. So I guess I'd like to see more of that as to fit the unique ability, but also the ability to see more of a supportive archetype for something we haven't seen much before.
I would have to say more. I would like to see a better commander that deals with mill.
Mill.
I mean, are there? Do you need better commanders that do mill? Because the ones that are out there are pretty cracked. Like Bruvak's really good. Mothman is phenomenal.
But I mean, yeah, you do have those. But I would like to see one, where you mill, but also be able to, has graveyard synergy in with it. Better graveyard synergy in with it.
You know, it'd be interesting if they made a commander that when he ETBs or attacks, he mulch. That'd be interesting. You know what mulch does? You mill the top 3 cards of your library when it enters the battlefield. You can put a land card from among them into your hand.
So the new Lolwyn from Lorwyn, he can play around with mill strategy fairly well. The captain from the horror set is about reanimating your opponent's stuff, which is nice. I actually think Muldrotha is a phenomenal mill commander.
Yeah, Muldrotha is really good for mill, self mill.
Yep.
Well, if you're milling everybody, right, then you're getting value. You're getting value out of the mill on 2 fronts. Your opponents are losing stuff, and you are putting stuff in your graveyard that Muldrotha can then play back.
Right. But it sounds like Hillbilly's the short answer is you'd like to see a commander built upon an existing ability that supports it.
Yep. Yeah. More support.
That's pretty cool. I mean, mill is a strategy that's getting really good in commander now.
Yep.
You might not need a new commander though. I mean, look at some of the cards that they spoiled in the turtle set.
Yep. Like like. For example, like where I was coming from is like get a commander that when it attacks, the opponent mills a card, And then if you mill a card, if it's a creature, it automatically comes down to the battlefield.
Right?
I think it would have to be like 8 mana.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It would be
Oh.
so expensive.
Right. That'd be cool though. That'd be cool.
It would be.
Hmm.
That'd be awesome. It would
What
just be
about
a
you,
very
Lone Wolf?
big mana.
Personally, I want more commanders off the existing stuff. Specifically, and I know there's a lot out there, but I want a commander that deals with tokens a lot, different tokens. And I know there's a lot out there, but I'm looking for a specific kind.
Like a certain color?
Not really a specific color. I'm looking more like it's never going to happen, but I'd like a dual nature on a commander. Like whenever you cast a creature, it makes a token copy of it. I think that'd be cool to have on a commander.
They kind of have that in Matani, but that's green. Or whenever you cast a creature, you may pay a generic and a green, and it creates a token copy of it.
What's that one called?
Matani?
I don't know if I've ever heard of that one.
There's also the bird from Bloomborough who's a commander that all of your creature spells gain offspring. So
Yeah.
whenever you cast a creature, you make a copy of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
And that's in Jeskai, I think.
So, yeah. Those are just two options. But, yeah, having the commander, like the green one I mentioned, Multani, I have to look it up later. Share it with you, but it's legendary, but it's mono green. But, all right, my friends, that was the question of the day. But now let's get into the topic today. What do we want more in Commander? Commander!
Can I say I want less in Commander? Can I say that I want less things in Commander? I look at the turtle set and I go, I want half of these damn cards for decks.
Right, it's so good.
Yep.
That turtle set has me concerned, and not in a bad way. I mean, like in a good way, but a bad way. I think the turtle set is going to be very, very powerful.
You're thinking the way this turtle set's looking, I might be eating ramen for a month.
I'm afraid that nothing warps Commander, right? Nadu kind of did, but nothing is so bonkers that Commander warps. It's just too many cards in this format, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with other sets, I am concerned that the power of the TMNT cards are high enough that it's going to warp some formats. Because some of those cards are absolutely bonkers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Someone on another video was talking about a couple of the cards they liked were named specifically non-turtle specific names, so they're easier to reprint.
Oh yeah, that I believe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But what is something you want more in Commander, Hillbilly?
What more? What I want is these high dollar reprints to be reprinted to so they're be able to be affordable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
To a person that can't fork out that much money.
Trust me, I understand that. I just literally had to rip a reliquary tower out of a deck because I can't just afford reliquary towers.
They did a good job of that in the precons from this last set in Lorwyn. Lots of really good, expensive, really expensive reprints.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that Watsy is seeing that, and what Hillbilly's talking about is that people want to play Commander, and if they want to get people away from proxying or not be tempted by it, you've got to reprint some of this stuff.
I think Commander decks are the best way to reprint cards, honestly.
I agree, especially for Commander.
Like, in my biased opinion of this is because when you do like a full modern set or something like that, sometimes it gets printed way too much, or there's not enough printing out there. But when they do these Commander decks, their printing of reprints is limited to the number of cards being reprinted in these sets, and they're just specific to decks. So
they do reprint them a little longer, though.
Right.
Commander decks do get a longer print run than booster boxes.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
But
they're
the
definitely printed less.
But yeah, the booster boxes do a lot more reprinting when it comes to those older sets, which I don't think they're going to do anymore. But I think pre-cons are the best way because they're game pieces. They're like they showcase that card Miserix or whatever it was called that I showed you that did that whenever player sacrificed a perm, put a +1 counter or something on your team. Like without that card not being reprinted, because it is a reprint, I really didn't realize it was a card that existed. You know?
Yeah.
We do have to be careful though, because we run the risk if we just start putting like really good reprints in commander decks, then you run the risk of speculators just buying commander decks because of the value of the singles in them, and then the people who want to buy the commander decks to play them not being able to get them. Like that's a fine line that they have to walk and they have to be aware of.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they're aware of it. I mean, look at the fine reprints in the negative counters deck. Can't remember the name of the commander from Lorwyn. Eclipse.
Oh yeah, Antiul.
Antiul. Solid reprints in that deck.
Solid reprints. Necroskitter definitely needed a reprint.
Mm-hmm.
A few of the cards that got reprinted that makes the value of that precon skyrocket only went up because of that precon.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't want to talk about Flourishing Defense having really honestly needed a reprint because it was $40. It was $7 or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just they just need to be careful. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful with what they reprint, because if you start making commander decks the premier way to reprint old cards, then they're going to become unobtainable, and then the reprints are useless anyways.
Right, and we don't need unattainable decks. And I think Wizards of the Coast will be smart about it. You know, they're not going to be like, let's just throw everything. And this is my fingers crossed because you
have more faith in them than I do.
Fingers are crossed that they don't. You know, there's faith that they won't overdo it, but at the same time, wait till
if there's money to be made.
Mm-hmm.
If there's money to be made, Hasbro will sniff it out.
They will. You know, they'll be sniff it out. Lone Wolf, you got something to say?
No, I'm lost in the conversation, to be honest.
Like, what's got you lost?
Oh, you guys are bouncing everywhere.
So we were just talking about reprints of Commander, the place that we thought was a good place to put reprints, and hoping that Wizards doesn't abuse the reprint accessibility that they've been using.
I think I changed the topic of the show.
Tortoise just did a TLDR.
Well, look at the thumbnail. It does say chat and chill. So
true.
And we were talking about what we want more in Commander, and one of the things we want more in Commander is good reprints.
True.
You know? But we don't want the system to break. Like, what if in the world of Magic some music started playing ominously? But anyways, in the world of Magic, what if reprints were only put into sets or products that were like precons or game day decks or something? Like they just started only putting reprints in products that served use to being a plaything. Like for instance, I know for the turtle set, one of the things the wife got me was the game day box or whatever, the one that comes with 4 different decks that play against like an arch enemy deck. You know, those are going to have some reprints in it, and those are going to be something I don't want to tear apart, you know.
Right.
You know, so, and like...
He says that because he don't want to get in trouble with the wife.
It just concerns me. Like, I hope they don't go that route. Because I read MTG Finance every day, and I see how the finance bros on the MTG side of things think. Like, they're very clear on it. And if there's a nickel to be made,
Mm.
the players will never see these things because the finance guys will buy them out instantaneously. And then, oh, well, you know that reprint that you wanted of that $20 card? Well, congratulations. It's $17. It's not 20 anymore. It's $17 now.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just the world we live in, where everybody wants to be Rudy from Alpha Investments. And
Yep.
well, there's only one Rudy from Alpha Investments. And unless you're Rudy, you're not Rudy.
Right, but at the same time, in the bad worst case of things, right? The bad worst case of things, from the overprinting of product, the newer product, we Wizards of the Coast seem to have shaken off a lot of the collectors. They're not collectors, people who buy for investing and flipping. They've shaken a lot of those people off.
They've shaken off the newcomers, right?
Right.
They've shaken off a lot of the people who had moved here from Pokemon.
Mhm.
Those people they've shaken off, and they've all gone to One Piece now.
Mhm.
I have to hear about this on a daily basis from the small contingent of One Piece players who come to the lounge.
The lounge, the place.
The place to be, yeah. But there is still a ton of people who have been in Magic for a while, specking on stuff, and who are going to continue to do so. Those people aren't leaving. Those people are here for the long haul.
Right. Who would have thought that Hasbro and WotC would be in charge of a game where people are trying to make a living in the secondary market, not owning a game store?
Mhm.
Yeah, just specking on stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, back in the day when I was young, when I was a young warthog, I used to be able to play Magic, flip Magic, and keep myself afloat with money by playing the secondary market of trading and valuing cards. There was a time where I was homeless, and being able to play Magic, flip Magic, buy Magic, trade Magic kept me from being completely broke until I was able to find a place to stay and a new job.
Would you want something to change Commander Lone Wolf?
Honestly, I don't think so. Other than like you guys were stating earlier, with the reprints would be really cool. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with the way things are. The way things are.
What about commander damage? What if every time your commander hits you get 18 points of commander damage?
I personally don't like the commander damage, but
Hillbilly's game, your guys' game the other night is a premier example of why commander damage has to be a thing. Because life gain is so good and it's so easy to abuse. And I'm not saying Hillbilly was abusing. I'm just saying it is so easy to abuse that if commander damage didn't exist, life gain would be by and far the preemptive strategy in Commander.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like by and far, and games would take 10 hours to play because everybody would just be playing life gain, and there'd be no fast way to kill anybody.
Right.
Funny, yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun game, though. I have to admit, it did take a while to play, but I had fun that day. That night.
No. Until Hillbilly soul crushes us with a mill.
I was looking for one card. I would have ended that game. I could not draw. It was on the bottom of my dang on deck.
Of course. That's how it works.
Yep.
All right, my friend. It's time to get to something we haven't been to in a minute.
What?
Time for the movers and shakers. You should see Hillbilly's face. All right, I played the clip and he's like, yes. But we're going to cover the weekly changes. We try to do this every Monday to keep on the movers and shakers, but we don't always get to do it.
Boy, that right side has a very, very specific pattern.
Yeah, it does. Let's see. Going up, we got Wistfulness.
Good card.
$39.99 plus 44%. This card is fun. 2 generic, a blue and a green, a blue and a green, 6/5 elemental carnation. When this creature enters, 2 green is spent to cast, exile target artifact or enchantment. When this creature enters with 2 blues, cast or draw 2 cards. So if you just have 2 green, 2 blue when you cast this full time, this is giving you lots of value.
Yep.
Yeah.
This card is nuts.
Yeah, I can see why this is 40.
I can see why it could be 5.
Yep.
Because other than that, it doesn't do anything special.
True.
But I can see the value in it. Paying 5 mana and exiling a big problematic enchantment or artifact and drawing 2 cards is pretty solid on a 6/5 body.
Or if you're playing it if you're playing it in Commander with the new Commander elemental commander, then you're evoking it for 4 and you just use 2 blue and 2 green, and then you get to do this twice.
That's right. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Now let's get to the next card. Plus 54%. Hot damn, that's a good move. $20.88. We got Deceit.
Another one.
Here, evoke Ellie.
Deceit costs 4 generic, 2 blue and black, 2 blue and black. And trust me, I won't read every card. I'm only reading cards I don't know much about. 5/5. Whenever this creature enters, if 2 blue is spent to cast it, return target non permanent to its owner's hand. Okay. When this creature enters, 2 black is spent to cast it. Target opponent reveals their hand, and you choose an online card from it, and that player discards that card. It's not horrible. This could have been uncommon, and I would have been fine with it.
Yep.
But it does cost 2 blue or black. Not an instant speed, doesn't have flash. So you can just 2 mana, sorcery speed, return a card to hand, or make opponent discard a card. Maybe this is going up because of other formats. Like maybe
It's standard. It's standard. Because this is basically grief, but not quite as powerful because you can't do it on 1.
Right.
But you start. I mean, ask Hillbilly how many games where if somebody says on their second turn, before you've taken your second turn, hey, give me the best card out of your hand. There's games you just lose. Or that you are very far behind and you have to pray that you draw into the nuts from that point on. This card in standard is cracked, but for the 2 black specifically.
That makes sense. Then we got Quantum Riddler moving 12% to 5807.
I think it's still going up. That's crazy.
I just need to offload mine. I just need to be able to get to the game store so I can sell it. Maybe I'll just find a place to trade it. I don't know. Quantum Riddler.
You get a lot of good upgrades for Hearthall if you sold that Tort.
It's just too cold. Too cold outside to walk to the game store. And it's only like 5 minutes away on bike. Quantum Riddler, that's a pretty good card. It's so good. I just don't see why it's good in Commander.
That's the card draw.
Yeah. You just warp it in and then it just sits out there and just waits for you to cast it later in the game.
Yep.
All right. Then moving on at 11%, 47.98. We got Cavernous Souls. Cavernous Souls is pretty good.
No surprise. Lots of tribal support in Lorwyn. A lot of people making new tribal decks. No surprise, Cavernous Souls, which is the tribal land, gets a price increase. No surprise there.
I mean, are you surprised Cavernous Souls didn't even get a reprint in Lorwyn?
No, because they just reprinted it in Ixalan, so not super surprised. I'd be surprised if we're sitting here this time next year and it's not got a reprint. Then it would be surprising. But we just had a reprint of this in Lost Caverns, so
I think that this possibly could be reprinted in the Turtles because it is a tribal deck.
Right.
Possible.
Well, that'd be a hell of a reprint. Cavernous Souls in the precon? Ooh, buddy.
That guy will sell out quick.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. But like a special guest card, I'm saying I could see that. But the reason why I bring up Lorwyn, because this is a tribal typal card, and Lorwyn was a tribal typal set. It could have been in the bonus sheet.
Yeah, for sure. Now that is kind of surprising, I suppose, for it to not to be in the bonus sheet or special guest slot or something like that.
Right.
That I would see kind of surprising.
Right. Right,
I'm
next. What, go ahead.
surprised that I ain't seen a couple reprints because Bloomburrow, that it's kind of like our lore one, to be honest.
Well, Bloomborough brought a new land.
Yeah.
That was the
Three Tree City.
Three True City. Yep.
Sure.
15% increase on 3245. We got Overlord Belmark. I got a copy of him doing nothing.
Only
Is
Overlord
Lost
I ain't
Cavern
got.
still legal in standard? Hillbilly?
Yep.
That's why they didn't reprint it then, because it's still legal.
Ah, that makes sense. Overload of the Belmark sitting pretty high for nothing. Comes in play, does fun stuff. And there we go.
I love the green one of these.
The green one is pretty good, and Hillbilly got it.
Oh
I
yeah.
like the green one a lot.
Now going up in value. This is kind of surprising. It's going up at 31%, 1734. You got Bloom Tinder.
Yeah, that is surprising because that did get reprinted. I'm surprised it's going up because there's a bunch new of these in the market.
Right, but it might be this version going up because it has the keyword vivid on it.
Yep.
It could be. That's the speculation on that. All right, going up 35% in 12.99. You got Talion the Kindly Lord. This card is interesting. People are going to play it. People are going to love it. That's why it's going up. It's someone's playing around with it.
It's a pretty popular commander. It's one of the top 3 Dimir commanders.
Right. And whenever an opponent casts a spell with a mana value, power, or toughness equal to the chosen number that you chose when it came into play, better lose your life to draw a card. Interesting. I think you can get away with 3 or 4, and that's a pretty safe number. All right. Plus 4% at 64.43. We got Badger Cub. Badger Cub. Enough said. No one has to really get into this card. We know this card is insanely high for what it does.
Oh yeah.
So there you go. Plus 8% at 29.90. You got Terror of the Peaks. This card I won with the other day was insanely powerful, and the combo it's used in it.
Yeah,
Oh.
Terror, great card.
Yeah, but is this is still standard or something?
Yeah,
Yep.
Thunder Junction is
Still standard.
That's probably why it's still going up, because it's a win condition, especially with the new card that's on the other side, which is ironic. 18% increase at $14. You got Generous Splendor.
Ooh, such a great card.
Yeah, this card looks fun. This card looks pretty busted. Oh, no wonder why it's kind of busted. It's on the big hits list from Thunder Junction or whatever it was, from their little vault thing.
the big score.
The big score, thank you. Yep.
Yep.
But now going down 33% at 2003, we got Hexing Squelcher. I think this is only going down because people are realizing this is not great in casual commander. It's more aggressive formats like CEDH and
It's great in CDH and it's worse than Spider Punk in basically every other format.
right. So that's probably what's going to happen. People are realizing the power of this card is not as powerful as it could be. I mean, come on, a Bull Ripe can take care of this without paying 2 life. You know.
No, not only that, you play this on turn 2 on standard.
Hmm.
Who cares about losing 2 life?
Right. Especially in Commander when you have 40 life.
Right.
Mhm. All right, going down 63%. That's quite the drop. 334. We got Lockmare. I didn't realize it's higher than $4.
Wow.
That's an interesting card. Interesting play on the negative counter aspect. It's a good card. But down 56% to $4. You got Lurkor and the Liege. It won't let me flip the card, but I don't see. I never saw this card going crazy. Anyways, it says other side do you want? You have to get there.
Right.
You know, you have to basically wait a turn or have the mana to flip it. 3 mana for a blue planeswalker or 4 Simic commander to flip it around.
Yep.
All right. 61% to 298 decrease. Celestial Reunion. That's interesting. Add additional cost to cast a spell. You may choose new targets and creature types to behold creatures at type. Set your library for a creature card with mana value X or less. Reveal it. Put it on your hand. That's bad. This spell's additional cost is paid, and the revealed card is chosen type. Put that card in the bath. It's like tooth and nail, but with extra steps.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
that's tough. That's tough. No wonder why it's moving down a little. People are playing it because it could be good, but I think people are trying to play this outside of standard and to make it
Right.
good. All right. Down 66%, $2.28. You got Meek Attack.
Wow.
I actually thought this would be up a little more.
I like this card. I think it's funny.
I mean, it's not Sneak Attack, even though it shares a rhyming name. It's 5 or less. The creature comes in play. It's the Bogarts, right?
Yep.
So that's still good for the aggressive deck, but they made it where you can't just plop in Emrakul Leon's Torn.
Yeah, that's why it's the way it is. Because back then you weren't sneak attacking stupid giant annihilators into play. The biggest thing you could sneak attack, back then would be they all had downsides, right? Like all the big stuff had downsides. So
yeah, no doubt. Down 42%, 553. Morning Tide's Light.
I like this card.
It's a savior card,
Yep.
This is Teferi's protection at home.
Yep, but at sorcery speed.
At sorcery speed. That's why it's at home and not just Teferi's protection.
Right.
Teferi's protection at home.
Yeah, that's still good. It's basically it's not a time walk, but it's a time save.
It's a solid card.
Yep. Down 12%, $28. We got Moonshadow. Moonshadow looking pretty good.
Pretty good card, actually, and especially in a aristocrat type of deck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, like I can see this being played in Death Shadow with all the sack lands and stuff they got.
Mm-hmm.
Might push the deck even further to being crazy because it's all about losing a life and sacking those lands and getting those shock lands and stuff out.
Yep.
Down 54%, 310. You got High Perfect Morcat.
Wow. Such a great card, right? This is.
I feel like this and a few others on this list are just proving what I said the other day, where I think they just printed the hell out of this set, right? Like this card's phenomenal, and it's not, the price isn't low because the card isn't good or that it doesn't have home in good decks. I watched HILLBILLY play this the other day, and the moment this touched down, his opponent scooped. It's like, High Perfect Warcat hit the table, and his opponent at 18 health just said, scoop.
Right.
I think it's because there's so many of these available. I genuinely think that. I think that some of these cards, there's just so many of them on the market. They printed this set so much that some of these cards are just not holding a lot of value because there's a lot out there. Because that's a great card.
Here's a card I want a copy of. 47%, 390. Spinerock Tyrant.
Yes.
Ooh.
So good. Well. It's probably going down because it's being open, but Wither mechanic's pretty good. I mean, turning all your burn spells into permanent downsides for your opponent's creatures is pretty good, solid.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best designs for a dragon made in a long time for the mono red deck.
Oh yeah, I mean this is one of the best dragons I have seen in a long time.
Right. It's so good, And the last card on the list is 32% down. 699. You got Emptiness. The Emptiness Machine.
I like that card.
Yeah, it's a good card.
Yeah. Talking about Wither, that's something else I wouldn't mind seeing in Commanders. Them building some a Wither Commander deck.
Oh, buddy, I've got one, and you will not like it. I have one. It is.
Antiel is kind of the Wither Queen right now.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff that gives all of your damage Wither, that gives your creatures Wither. It is. It's tough. If you let that deck roll just a little bit, it gets out of hand fast.
Nope. Oh, sorry, I couldn't see people chatting, and HILLBILLY didn't say anything for me.
Oh, I didn't see it either.
What deck you play? What deck is this? Is playing this? Thastios? Kinnan doesn't want this. I don't know.
I'm not sure which card he was talking about there. I asked him, but he didn't answer. I don't know which card specifically he was talking about there. But he was talking about CEDH, because you're talking about Thrasios and Kinnan. You're talking CEDH as opposed to casual.
Gaming Bob says, FYI, this Fallout Secret Lair seems to have gone pretty smooth this morning. They did a short thing on, I think, that did help. Nice.
Cool.
The Mr. Pendulum, what's up? This is recently introduced two friends of MTG and they love it. One thing they both say is the pace of new mechanics being introduced is too much. Yep, that could definitely a lot of mechanics in the game. And recently, yeah. Oh, and what we want more of, but rather we can optimize existing mechanics. That's a good assessment there. Blag is saying, commenting on the cards we're looking at. I appreciate that. Sorry, like when I'm looking at this, the mover shakers, I'm not on the comment screen. I'm sorry, but anyway,
I don't think Wistfulness is seeing CEDH play, but it's Wistfulness is seeing a lot of regular EDH play. Like I want a copy for my Simic deck for sure. I think it's very good in there. So I think there's a lot of places for it, just not CEDH. I don't think there's. I think Hexing was the only CEDH card from this set, really.
You're good. You're good. That's a good thought. But with that good thought comes
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
all right. It's that time of day, my friends. We got to get to the shill section, thrill section, and everything we talk about, how you can find us, interact, and everything else.
Cool.
I can't believe the show's already over. It doesn't feel like it's been that long, but I've been trying to keep up with it. Like I even had to keep up the mover shakers to do that on time. But I hope the show was good for you and entertaining and relaxing and not so jarring. All right. With that, my friends, we're going to start with Lone Wolf to kick us off. Lone Wolf!
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for having me on and an awesome stream. So let's help everybody here get their grow their channels and just keep supporting everybody here.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. We appreciate you very much. And with that, we got Rayman.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on. Thanks for everybody who watched. Unfortunately, I'm not at Mr. B's Game Lounge this week for streaming. I will be there when they reopen on Wednesday to play a little bit of Commander. We will not have our stream game this week. It was going to be tonight, but with all the weather and then with some stuff going on at the lounge, we're just not going to be able to have that this week, unfortunately. But we will be back next week, and I think we're going to try and get 2 games in next week to make up for this one. So you can check us out at Mr. B's Game Lounge on YouTube. And if you live in Southwest Virginia, Northeast Tennessee, or Northwest North Carolina, we're within an hour of all of those places, come check us out, Mr. B's Game Lounge.
Yeah, and just to let you guys know, if the links are not coming up in chat for you, the links are in the description below. Yeah. With that, we're going to roll over on the Hillbilly.
Hey, everybody, just remember, don't buy boxes, buy singles. But anyway, today around 2 o'clock, I'll be doing another arena stream and come up with some pretty good decks and having fun. And I'm going to try to build a new, well, I did build a new deck for this afternoon. However, we'll not be playing standard. We're going to be playing some historic. Yeah, trying some historic decks out and seeing if we can win or lose. Yeah, that's what we're doing this afternoon around 2 o'clock, is playing some historic.
Sounds good. With that, Super Fast Tortoise. Today I plan on recording a video for the turtle set coming out. At 7 o'clock, I should be doing something live. I should be going live around 7 o'clock doing something. So check out the channel. If you haven't, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you like today's show. Want to see more like this? Tomorrow's going to be a hot, fiery topic. And hey, hit that bell for notifications. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for watching the morning show. With that, I want to thank everybody here for being here. Billy, Lone Wolf, Rayman, everybody in chat, Rocky Bro. Thank you for being here. I remind you that you're awesome and you're loved. Someone's thinking about you. And if you can't say it, or do something positive for someone else today, because you might be the change in need. I want to thank my channel members and subscribers for growing and supporting the channel the way you do. And with that, my friends, let's get out of here. I want to thank you, channel members of the channel,
for supporting this creep the way you do. You are awesome. And you subscribers, everybody that subscribes, you're doing amazing too. Thank you very much for all that you do.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show.